Yes, I'm Chris Smith from Chapin, Illinois. We farm in Scott and Morgan County, right on the line. We grow corn, beans, wheat, oats, alfalfa hay, grass hay. And I guess my speech is kind of a little different because I'm gonna throw cows in the mix. We got about 50 cows, 50 to 75, depending on when it is. And we raise a lot of cover crops. I guess we started in cover crops when they weren't known as cover crops, and we did it for extending the grazing period for our cattle. My dad did that probably 10, 12, 14 years ago, and we didn't even know what we were doing. We just threw some rye out there on some highly erodible ground, trying to protect the erosion and give the cows an extended grazing period. But we farm about 750 acres, and we do a lot of crop rotation. This was a field right here that gonna be the cover picture. This was done this year. That's rye, rape, radish, and turnips. This was a picture I just took a week and a half ago. We got a little dusting of the ice and snow there. Those cattle were turned onto that field about 5 days before that. We feed silage. We cut silage to feed cattle all winter. We figure with the cover crops, we cut our feed costs down considerably. This is a group of 40 cows here. We feed silage in the tires, and you'd see they'd rather eat the rye than the silage. We also at that same time moved another 15 cows over to a 12-acre pasture of rye. And I fed silage today, and they had not had any silage for a week because they wouldn't come in and eat it. They'd rather stay on the rye and eat. I know these other speakers have said the diversity. I guess that's where I'm seeing the real diversity, is putting the cows out there. Where the rye is recycling the nutrients, the cows are recycling the rye with the nutrients in it and putting it in the ground through the manure and urine. This is a field after silage. This was planted, the end of August. This would have been silage, cut off silage corn. We come in, we compost all of our manure piles. I come in and spread the manure right back on the silage ground. If you do anything with cattle and have silage, you have to cover it with cover crops. You have stripped every bit of the nutrients off of that soil. I guess I'm gonna show right here, up to here is the end rows, and you can see there's considerably more growth there. That was taken off with the combine. On out there, that was taken off with the silage chopper. I'm going to say there's a 4-inch difference in height between it. It just shows by taking everything off that you need to put something back on there. We always try to go with a 3 or 4 crop species mix in there on our silage ground for sure, just to get as much growth and material back out there on the ground that we can get. Normally we graze this year this field was not grazed. Different ways of seeding. We do some broadcasting. I just put the 4-wheeler with the broadcaster. I broadcast a lot of times. I'll do my rape, radishes and turnips with the 4-wheeler, and then come back and drill the rye. We don't have a small seeder on it. I was broadcasting at 12 mile an hour. You can cover a lot of acres really fast broadcasting. I know there's also drilling. I also have a Kinsey planter. I have it set up to where I can go in and plant with our Kinsey planter. Use 2 different species, and the bean rows use one thing and the corn rows use another. That's because I can set the transmission at 2 different speeds. Or there's aerial seeding, which I've never personally done, but as I've watched people that have, I haven't been really impressed with the stand. I highly recommend the drilling myself, and that's about the only way we'll do it. There's me drilling that field there. That was 2 days after the silage was taken off. We put the manure right on, went out and started drilling. That field, we've been extremely dry right there around Chapin this year. We did not seem to get the growth that we normally have, and I blame all that on Mother Nature this year. That field just dried out in 2 days. There it is after a week. There's a field from not this year, but last year. That was a week after it was planted. The rye's really starting to come up. Closer picture, same field after 2 weeks, you can start seeing the turnips and radishes really coming through. This year we did blend them in with the rye and we're able to drill them later in the year. We tried that and got a really good stand. It came out really nice. There it is, the radishes and turnips, taking a lot closer picture. There they are after 2 weeks. There's the same field a month later. It's a little blurry, but you can really start seeing the growth. This was from 2 years ago when we did have a little bit more moisture in the fall. Really took off growing fast then. I just pulled some up after 45 days. There's your turnips. There's a tillage radish there, a Dagon radish there. That's about the normal size. I guess a good way to tell if they're really going in the ground and really doing your tillage, what you're expecting them to do, is you can see the line right there where the colors change on it. The higher that line is, the deeper it's going in the ground. You'll see some the first year they're going in and the line might be right here halfway through them. They're really not going in the ground. There is a lot of compaction in the ground. If you're growing radishes, that's a nice way to tell if they're actually breaking up the hard pan, is how deep they are going in the soil. There's just another example of some radishes we pulled. Kind of have to use something to show how big they are. This was 2 years ago, like I said, when we got quite a bit of rain. This year, I would say our radishes were half that size. We just didn't have enough moisture. Yes, sir?
Do the cattle eat the tubers?
Yes. The radish tubers, they will eat some. They'll take a bite out of the top. The turnips, they'll come through. The more species you can put in there, and you really need them mixed well. We have experimented some with some Austrian winter peas to try to tie them in. The cattle seem to come in and they'll eat the rye off. Then they'll come in and eat the turnips off. Then they'll eat the radishes off. Then they'll come back and they'll eat the turnip bulbs. They'll pull them right out of the ground and eat the turnip bulbs. They will eat a little bit of the radish, but I think a lot of times it has too much spice or something for them and they won't quite eat it as well. Here's myself harvesting some oats, and I kind of put this picture in here. We try to grow a lot of different kind of cover crops, but we do try to keep our soils covered. That's all clover growing in there. Usually I will give a clover on our ground a 20 to 25 pound credit on our type of soil there. We farm a lot of highly rainbow ground, and I do have to have something on it. And I do think that's just medium red clover broadcast seed in it in the spring. There's this year, that's just kind of a picture showing it coming up there. Closer picture, that's a purple top turnip. You can see the turnips right in there. The turnips won't quite go as deep as the radishes and that, but they'll really break up the top 2-3 inches of the soil and make it really, really fine, really tilthy. There's a radish tuber coming up out of the ground right there. That's just some more of the radish and turnips array kind of growing there. Now we get into where we're kind of planted into it last year. This field right here, this was a waist-high rye. When I went in and killed it, With this year, we used a product called Extreme as our residual down. A lot of times they say just burn it down with Roundup. We have been doing our residual chemicals right with it. That was planted soybeans right there into waist-high rye after it had died, and it fell over. There's some knee-high rye, and you can really see how it's starting to break off and decompose. Some more of those. This is a field of corn from 2 years ago. It's straight no-till corn into it. I myself don't personally like to plant corn after rye. I think where we found the benefit where it has helped, the cows were pulled off this field. It was fertilized. It had liquid nitrogen sprayed on it. I planted it all in one day. The next day I went in and killed it with the chemicals. I did have a little bit, I had to come up with a Roundup pass because I didn't quite let it grow out enough. But I think in our situation where we are growing corn after it, we're keeping, the cows are keeping it grubbed down so tight that it's really kind of keeping some of those allied pathogens away. Now this just kind of shows that waist-high soybean field. There's the beans growing in it. You can see the rye, you can't really see the rye. It's really did a great job on weed control and everything. There's that same bean field taken that same day. You can kind of see some of the rye left over there. But as the soil microbes are basically just eating the rye up right there. Then basically the process just starts over again. You're feeding your cows back out there. You're planning on next year's cover crops already. And to be real honest, you need to be planning for these these meetings are good, but you need to be planning on what you're gonna do right now for next year. What field's gonna be, what it's gonna be in there. You need to define your goals, what you want to do, whether it's compaction, whether it's adding organic matter, whether it's for weed control, what it is. But it starts right now. I've already been, the green cover crop seed that the last gentleman showed, that is probably one of the best websites I've seen. If you want to go in just for nutrient recycling, it will give you a list of the very best for nutrient recycling. You can make your mix for it. It'll tell you roughly what the cost is. Like he said, you don't have to buy the seed there, but it will show you and tell you all about that. If you want to do compaction, it will tell you which one's the best for compaction. It's an incredible website. It's really informative. I guess that's about all my speech, so I just want to thank you for your interest. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Are you spraying burn down and the residual up front on all of it?
At the same time, we're doing it all at the same time. I know sometimes they're not. We have gone in and done a Roundup pass first, but we're just trying to cut one whole pass completely out of it if we can.
And then are you seeing much pressure late season?
No, I'll come back. I plant all Liberty beans. I come back with my one pass of Liberty and I'm done. Oh, yes, sir.
I have a question that is really for everybody. I was just interviewed by a guy from the radio station, and he wanted to know how we move beyond this room. I recognize many of your faces. I told the radio guy, as I drove here from Macomb, I saw a bunch of green fields. It was nice to see, and I was thinking to myself, I bet that the majority of those fields are associated with people in this room. How do we go beyond the people in this room? What do you think?
I think it's as your neighbors look at it and talk to you, as you sit at the coffee shop and talk to those people, you have to explain the good, the benefit that it's doing for you. And let those people see that same benefit, and hopefully it can do it for them.
Anybody else have any thoughts? What do you think, John?
It's a hard sell, in my experience. You know, like we did the Farm Progress Show a few years ago, and there was very little interest. Yeah, I agree. The same guys go to a lot of these meetings, and it's hard to say, but it's probably we're going to have to be forced to do something.
And I know John and I, we wouldn't hardly go now without doing it.
No.
I can probably speak for him that we wouldn't go into the field without having cover crops in it.
I think it is. It's an easy sell, but why aren't people doing it? And I think the big it's a lifestyle change. You know, it's such a big change for some people, but they just can't overcome that change. But like you said, anybody that's done it, they're sold on it. But I don't know how to get them to get that lifestyle change.
You asked the question.
Yeah.
Could it be they don't see, the typical farmer might not see any return the first year or the second year, and just have to be a believer to know that long term you'll have benefits.
What?
And that year to year, maybe they're just not seeing it worth their while.
Yeah, what I tell people is cover crops are a conservation practice and a production practice. And there are lots of conservation practices where we're not looking at return on investment. I mean, we don't ask what the return on investment in a grass waterway is. But with cover crops, most people want that return on investment in terms of, the next production season. And that's not easy to quantify. That is there when the cover crop addresses a specific yield limiting factor, which isn't every season. Building the soil over the long haul, that's hard to quantify.